Hello, I'm Molly, a licensed insolvency practitioner at Park Walsh, and in this video I wanted to discuss directors' disqualification. Now I know it's not a nice topic and most directors are sort of concerned about this, most times unnecessarily so, but I wanted to do this video just so that everyone's aware as to what happens and what it means. So when a company goes into liquidation or administration, the liquidator or administrator is duty bound to provide the Insolvency Service with information regarding the conduct of the directors. And then it's the Insolvency Service, which is a government body, as to whether or not that director should be disqualified. Now, you have to do something quite bad for the Insolvency Service to take disqualification proceedings against you. So for those out there who have tried their best, they've looked after the creditors as much as they can, please be rest assured. I'm sure that everything you have done is fine, but there are instances where sometimes directors do make mistakes. So for example, you could trade whilst insolvent. So essentially you as a director should know that the company is insolvent and there's no chance of recovering. It's just not going to get better. But then if you continue to trade and make the position worse, that is an issue. You should seek advice from a licensed insolvency practitioner like myself. Look to take steps to put it into, say, liquidation, because you can't just continue to trade and make the position worse. Other examples of misconduct would be paying all your creditors except HMRC and then just building that up. That's not fair to HMRC. And then there's also sort of misfeasance, which means misapplying company funds. So maybe you took funds out of the company when you shouldn't have, maybe as a director's loan, never repaid that loan and the funds were needed to pay creditors at the time. So there are certain things that do get looked at. And then based off the severity of the misconduct and whether or not you've done it before, maybe even several times before, the Insolvency Service will notify you that they are looking to take disqualification proceedings against you. Now you can obviously put your defence across and the insolvency practitioner or liquidator, administrator, whatever role it is they're doing, they can provide you with information that you may not have to hand or notes from a conversation you had with them, etc., and that's absolutely fine. But the insolvency practitioner can't represent you. It is recommended that you take legal advice and have legal representation if you want to challenge what the Insolvency Service has found. But if they do think it's in the public interest that you shouldn't be a director again and that you are disqualified, it can be between 2 to 15 years, again, dependent on the severity. So if you are concerned that you've done any of the things that I've mentioned, or you're just really unsure and just want to run things off someone sounding board, please get in touch. We will help you and we'll be able to guide you. Because when your company is in financial trouble, it is a little bit tricky as to what you're supposed to do. And directors don't naturally know, so it can be a difficult and confusing time. What I would say is get in touch with an insolvency practitioner like myself so we can run through it all with you and put your mind at ease. But although, as I've said, it's not a particularly nice subject, the disqualification, but it's an important area to consider. And genuinely, absolutely most of our directors that we speak to, they're concerned, but they're absolutely fine and nothing has happened. Thank you.